Have you talked to your children about Pride Month? Well, if you haven't, you definitely should, folks. This is Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and this is a key aspect of keeping our families and our kids safe. All of the guns in the world will do you no good preparing for the zombie apocalypse if your son ends up right that in that crowd. You won't change that later. You have to be aware right now. You have to be on top of this topic right now, or your son may end up being one of these kids. And what I mean by that is that you're looking at people that have 40, 50% more suicide rates, drug abuse, domestic violence through the roof. Any somewhat objective study will show you just that. It's not a matter of my opinion. It's not me being mean. The suicide rates, the quality of life, the kind of life you will have will be affected by those numbers. You cannot possibly tell me that it's the same thing to have 40% more suicide rates and be happy with that, having the kind of domestic violence that they have, the kind of abuse in the entire spectrum of it. And, oh yeah, it's just the same. No, it's not. But if you don't do your job as a parent, your child may be groomed one day. Your child may be manipulated by a teacher in school. Your child may be brainwashed by this LGBTQ plus agenda that the elite promotes every single day in all aspects of society. You go into Target, you buy a beer, you watch Disney movies, whatever it is you're doing, you're always being targeted for promoting, especially your kids are being targeted with this LGBTQ agenda. And you have people like this over there. You saw that little girl over there, right? That little girl there in the back. This is the kind of parents that want to have that signaling. I'm woke too. I'm inclusive too. Look at me. I'll post online showing how great it is, right? You can even become a dragon like you see over there. Well, the drawings, it's no longer a flag. It's no longer a rainbow. It used to be up until there. It used to be that. It used to be a rainbow. No. Now it's a rainbow with this thing stabbing right into it. The tip of the spear being black, the least important one being the white one, and the symbol of transgender ideology. The idea that if you castrate, mutilate the body of a young child, you can somewhat convert it into something that biologically it is not, and it will never be. A million years from now, someone will scrap your bones, and with just a few little particles of your remains, will find if you're a man or a woman. No matter what flag you wore, what kind of dress you had, or what pronouns you had, you will be either a man or a woman. That's the only way it goes. But you have to talk about this with your kids. You have to be very careful, because it wouldn't be the first case that someone especially when it comes to adults having inappropriate conversations with children. You have to explain to your kid, only mom and dad are allowed to touch you in certain parts of your body when you're when you're bathing a little baby, right? Or a little child. You explain these things, not letting adults even have certain conversations. There's things that an adult has no place telling a kid. There's no room for an adult having conversations about of sexual nature with children. Even though this is being increasingly normalized, you should explain your son and your daughter that's not good. That's not something that's good for them. They have to be prepared for predators that will come after them in society, in school, in the street. So these are conversations you have to have. And as they grow older, you explain the agenda of the elite, of confusing children, of making them doubt about the most basic things. Are you a boy? Are you a girl? Things that children know right away. A little baby will quickly identify himself as, yeah, I'm like mom, I'm like dad, I have a penis, I have a vagina, so I'm this, I'm that. That is the foundation of what a person becomes, what a person is. When you crack that, you crack the foundation. When you make them doubt about what they are as a basic living creature, then you can convince them of anything. You can make them doubt everything. weak, easy to manipulate people. That's the agenda. But the message, what they promote, what they want to put inside your kid's head, that is your job to be there and protect them, right? Don't be like those parents that were worried about, what 9mm or 45, what knife should I have, what gun should I have, where do I build my bunker? And your kid is being either groomed, brainwashed, or taken over by the woke message from the left, by the message that is promoted by the elite, the richest, most powerful people in the world. Folks, see you in our next video. Take care.